Welcome to Challah Talk, where we get deep into the dough. I'm your host, Joyce Jerome, and this is your space to rise. Every episode, we braid bread with women who share what fills their cup, fuels their fire, and helps them grow. One honest, heartfelt conversation at a time. So grab your dough or coffee, take a breath, and join me, because here we don't just talk, we meet it out. Hare Challah. Hi, welcome to Challah Talk. I'm your host, Joyce Jerome, and today we have a very exciting guest and episode for you. I'd like to introduce my very good friend and my sister-in-law, Michal Mishan.
Love you.
Hello!
I'm so honored to be here. I don't know why you think I should be here, but I am here. Thank you very much. You're the best. I love everything that you're doing. I think this is very necessary and very special, and I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Michal. I'm so happy that you agreed to doing this. You're my third guest, and I kind of just laid it on you. I'm like, hey, I want you to come on. And
I would never
so
say
excited.
no to you. I would never say no. I'll do whatever you ask of me. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm so excited. And I was just by your house a few weeks ago for Shabbat, and you put out like a crazy spread of challah even before the meal was out. You had like 6 different flavors, and it was the best bread I ever had. And after that, I'm like, she has to come on the show because no one braids like her. No one puts so much attention to detail into serving. I was just in complete awe of you.
Thank you.
And
I aim to please. So like each one of my kids has like a special flavor, and no one agrees on anything really. So like each kid has like, one has the sweet one, the everything, the plain, and the garlic bread. So I try to like give everybody what they want. But thank you.
Yeah, and that night you had it all, so I did try every single one.
Did you try the garlic bread?
I did, and I prepared for you the from the recipe that you gave me, the topping, so hopefully we could make it just like yours again today, and we'll have
it's
something
going to make your
delicious.
house smell insane.
Okay, great. Michal, thank you so much for sharing your recipe, and also super thank you for making the dough today, because it looks beautiful and I did not want to screw it up.
I have to give a shout out, Shally Mastery. Thank you so much. Esther, thank you for giving me this recipe, and pretty much everybody uses this recipe, and it's the best one. I love it. It's really good.
How did you get in touch with this recipe?
Stephanie Levy, who also shout out, hi Steph. She makes challah every week. Like, doesn't matter what's going on, she makes challah, and she makes it look like very easy and simple. And I was at her house and I was like, what is this recipe? It's delicious, it's always good, and this is what she uses.
Today, which we haven't really done in the past, is really focus on the particularities of how to braid and what the challah should look like with the toppings and everything. But I felt like it would be special today if we shared that, because you're an incredible homemaker. I do think that it's like the way that you do it is a part of your personality, and so let's get into the details.
Okay.
Are you ready to braid?
Yes. So I have I have 2 methods. One is like the no time, easy, like foolproof method, where it's you just roll out the little balls and tie it in a knot and stick it in a tin. That's like easy. You have to do that for company, whatever. Okay. And you want to get a little fancier, we could do either a 6 braid. You could like dip each log into water and then do its own seasoning. Like I do like to get creative, which you see and you know.
Yes, I do.
Also, it's definitely like, I'm definitely the type of person that if I'm going to do something, I just kind of want to do it well and like take it to the next level. It's kind of like type A stuff, like very borderline, like, yeah, it's definitely.
Does it cause you anxiety? Like,
for sure.
I'm the most type B person there is.
No,
like, you're lucky if like the dough is cooked and.
No, I'm either like I'm doing nothing or I'm doing 150%.
Right.
Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it well.
Do you lose sleep over these things?
I don't sleep so much. I sleep like that. I mean, but I go to bed early.
Very early.
I wake up before the sun comes out. I love my quiet time. I put this challah dough up very early before like anything. I love the quiet, but I like to be productive. I think just that's how I grew up. Like my mom was always very productive. Like always like going and doing and running, and like time is precious. We all know that. Not in a way where like you can't relax. Like you should definitely be able to relax and take time, but I just love like putting things out there in the universe and like making things and creating things. Like even my home, it's like very like layered and really a reflection of myself.
1000%.
Right. So it's not like you can't like go to a store and buy it. It's like kind of my personality out, but I do that like with so much passion and so much love. Like I do it because I love it, not because I have to or I want to impress anybody. Like it's really very much who I am.
Right.
Like I love everything in its place, and every like flower and every candle and every.
And it's always that way.
It's always that way, but not.
And it really does show.
Yeah, I know, and it's funny because it's not like it could come across as like, oh, that's like very, serious. It's not. I genuinely like I have a genuine passion for making things beautiful. Yeah. Like it makes me happy. Like when I go down in the morning and I move my flowers or I light my candle, whatever, like that's my happy time.
Yeah, it's so zen.
I love it. But that's kind of the vibe of my house, which is.
It is.
I mean, my kids like to call me like beige mom. Because my house
beige
is very,
mom?
My house is very beige, but it's
very
much,
beige, but it's not like bland beige.
Yeah, no.
It's like the most gorgeous beige luxe.
Thank you. But it's like serene.
Yeah.
And very like I don't know. I really do believe that the home like it really is your sacred space, and you really have to put kind of your heart into it, because at the end of the day, that's everybody has their bubble and their universe, and that's really what our job as moms are, is to create that beautiful environment for our families and for our kids, and make them happy to come home and feel safe and protected and all that. So that's why my house feels like a zen space.
Oh my gosh, it does. I call your house the oasis.
It's very calm, very calming.
Yeah. And it really does feel that way. Like this is complete facts. Should we get started?
Sure.
And also, just the other day, you were telling me that you grew up and your mom used to braid challah, and she used to blast music.
Yes.
And you painted this picture of like what your house looked like.
Train station.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm from a large family. We're both from large families.
Right. How many siblings do you have?
I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, so 1 of 7. And my house was the house that had like the revolving door. Like it was just open for anybody and everybody whenever.
And where was this?
Miami. So I'm from Miami Beach. And my house was like the central hub for all the friends and all the people. And my mom was very warm and welcoming, and like nothing, obviously she took care of our house, but nothing was like too precious where it was like, no, you can't do this or you can't do that. It was very much a loving environment. My mom also worked full time, always. So Friday she was in the office and she would come home at a certain time, but like that was her time where she would make her bread, and it was always a happy time. Like we always had like some form of music, whether it was secular or Jewish, but it was like blasting, and the kids were running around and the friends and the pool, and it's Miami, so it was like very chill.
Right.
And we're all helping out, set the table, and every Friday night we had at least 20 people for dinner. It wasn't like a once in a while thing. It was like the table was from here to there.
Was it family or friends? Because I mean, you were in Miami and you're not part of the Syrian community that you married into. So
my family was very much into like welcoming family and friends, like very like, please, you don't have anywhere to go for Friday night? Come to us. Like we're very open, and we love to have company, and we love to like reach out to people, but in a nice, beautiful way. So it was always exciting. Like Friday night was always just like this, who are you going to meet? Who are you going to see? Like fun, energy, like great. And the table we would sit there till midnight. Like it was so fun. I try to do that like in my own home for my kids. So like sometimes they'll come home and I'll have, I'm braiding the challah, and they hear like Yaakov Shraki's on the radio.
Well, what kind of music did your mom play? And
so she played.
Do you do that now?
I mean, she loves Tina Turner, but no, she plays a lot of.
Should we play Tina Turner when we?
No, I
should
might
we
cry.
Should we?
But
no.
It's okay. She played a lot of Jewish music. Like I don't know all their names, but it was always soulful. Like always. I don't know. There was never like a dull moment.
It was like
in my
palpable.
house.
The feeling.
It was like
you felt
it. It was coming, and the smells.
A good childhood memory.
Yeah, it was great.
Aww.
So I try to do that in my house, but it's funny because this generation, like everything is cringe and everything is, so they come home and I have like Yaakov Shreki or I don't know, Omer Adam blasting, and they're like, Mom. Cringe mom, like no,
One day they'll appreciate it.
I hope so. I hope one day I mean, I don't know if I appreciated it when I was younger, so I hope one day in their own homes, it'll like kind of lead into how they operate.
You're setting an example from now on. It's something that you grew up with that you want to continue on.
For sure.
Did the girls help your mom? Like, Did you have to? Was it something that came?
Yeah. So we didn't have to because we didn't like. My mom was never much. In my house, it wasn't like about rules. Like it was more about like respect,
right?
You know. And so it was like we were the only house that had like no. We didn't have curfew. We didn't have like because we respected our parents. So it was very much like we trust you, you trust us, like an open conversation type of thing. Yeah, but it kind of opens the door for like
backfire?
Temptation. Right.
Do you do that with your kids now?
No. That's where I draw the line. I have rules.
Okay.
But it was very like free. Also, like there were so many of us.
Right.
7 of us in the house, and my mom was working, and so we really like were responsible, took care of ourselves and each other, and very different than having kids today, for sure, 100%. But it was like a whole different world. But it really shaped who I am now. And it's funny because when I was younger, I don't think I would have ever thought I'd be the one, you know, making the challah, cutting the flowers, with the music blasting. Right. But like, it really does, it's such a testament to like how what you do in your house, even the little things, like you could say, okay, my kids aren't paying attention to me, or, you know, what I do doesn't matter, who cares, let the housekeeper do it, or whatever, they're not gonna remember anyway. And it really does become part of their fabric of being, whatever you do as a mom. And that's such an important role that we have as moms and homemakers, is to really shape the world for our kids. And whether or not they do it later or not, that's not the point. But I think it's our job to lay the foundation for sure.
Wow. So here we have Michal, amazing challah maker, world shaper, and homemaker.
Energy
healer slash sister-in-law who does it all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Do not
But
do it all.
I want to get to braiding this bread. So teach me your ways.
Oh, Ernesto. Hi.
I also get all of my help, housekeepers, staff, phone numbers, babysitters, recipes. Everything that I need, just call Michal. If I call my mom, hey mom, I need advice, just call Michal. I call my other sister, hey, just call Michal. So, Michal, like you literally are like the mayor, not from this community, but you are the mayor of my Syrian community, and it is just not normal.
You know what it is? There is a solution for every, I don't want to call it problem,
right?
But like for every sort of situation that people find themselves in, like there's a person, there's a solution, there's a delivery, there's a, like you just have to think that you want it to happen, and it'll happen. Like there's a person for everything. That much you know. You just have to be open-minded. Yeah, and you have to like kind of think sometimes, like okay, like you know, kind of put the pieces together. And I think it's called being resourceful. Right. And I feel like because I grew up so independent in a way, right. We're all very resourceful. So you stretch it out, and then I'll take the knife right there. And then you cut like 7 even pieces. Sorry guys, I'm setting everyone up with like OCD. We're gonna get it right anxiety today. Tendencies. Separate it into like even pieces. This is not even. This one's a little bit thicker. We're gonna make 7. Perfect. Just because we want to get it right today. Perfect. So, okay. But I'm doing like the easy method, which is I love the easy method. I am the easy method. You want to make challah. It doesn't have to be so complicated. It doesn't have to be like a whole big thing. Obviously, I like to like overdo things, but it doesn't always have to be that way. Right. And it's better to just do it than not. For sure. Am I cutting your table? No, it's fine. Okay, fine. So then you just cut these into another 7 pieces. So this is 2, 4, 6. And then you take each little ball, roll it out. I like this because it's like you don't have to make them so long, the logs. Okay. You just kind of go like that, and you just make a knot, and we throw it in the tin. Spray away. Thank you. Thank you. So then you just go around and put one in the middle and let it have its second rise in here. Okay. So it's like super simple. The kids could do it with you. Not complicated. You don't have to like do some crazy braiding thing. I do love a 6 braid just because it's fancy, but you don't have to do that. So you said it takes a village. You're part of my village. But what does that look like to you in terms of raising your family, especially since you're away from your siblings and your parents and everyone? So I grew up in Miami. Right. Left when I was 18. Regular, went to Israel, stayed for the year. Regular, stayed for the year. fell in love with Israel, stayed for another 6 months, went to Yeshiva University because they were giving me like all the credits. It was the best deal ever.
Okay,
I don't even know if they do that anymore. So I went to Yeshiva University. I met Ike through mutual friends. But at the time I was going...
In Manhattan?
Yeah, in the city. I was going to the city for school, like for business school. Like I wasn't planning my life. Like I didn't know where I would end up, but Miami's always home. So when Ike and I met and eventually got married, it was definitely like, I mean, I wasn't gonna not marry him because I would have to leave my hometown, but it was like, okay, it's definitely something.
A big decision.
It's a big decision. I'm leaving my entire giant family.
Right. That you loved and like.
Yeah, I mean, my sisters and I still talk 18 times a day, and you know, they're my first phone call in the morning before the sun comes up, and usually the last phone call. We're very, very close. It's just we're not physically in the same state, so that could be tricky. But
doesn't look like yours.
Maybe you need bigger pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
So at the time, I remember people being like, "I can't believe like you're gonna leave Miami. Like you're gonna live. You're not gonna go back to Miami. It's like the best, you know." And but I really understood. I understood like what I was gaining in becoming part of the community, because I do see like it's really the most special thing. As beautiful as my community is and was in Miami, there's nothing as cohesive as this community. And a big part of why I'm so happy to like be here and raise my kids in this environment is because like our whole lives we really live for our kids and for our families. And for the family unit, you know, and when you are from this community, like there's no like, oh, bye mom, I'm gonna go like move to Chicago and I'll see you once a year, which is like very typical.
But you kind of did that.
I did that, but I don't want my kids to do that.
Okay.
They're not allowed.
Okay.
So
they're not going anywhere
They're not
else.
allowed to move away. They have to stay next to me.
Okay.
So, I mean, tri-state area, but no, they're not allowed to move to Miami. I genuinely believe that, yes, you could be independent and you could be resourceful and you could do all these things by yourself. And like, we live in a very interesting world where you could be with everybody, but also be very isolated at the same time.
For sure.
You know, like you could kind of, everyone knows everything about you, but then you're kind of on your own, which is interesting. So I feel like in raising a family, as much as I can be, I'm independent, but luckily I am part of this amazing community. Everything is like tight knit here, and I love that. Like that's the most beautiful thing about the community.
It was what you wanted.
Yeah, and I get that like if you're from it and that's all you know, it could be suffocating. Like I could totally hear how some people, like I have a very like objective perspective on it because I'm not from it, but at the same time, I focus on the positive and everything that it has to offer. The community is really the most special thing ever because it really is like this old school thing that doesn't really exist in the world anymore, and we're very lucky to have it.
Right.
This cohesion, this unity, the traditions, like, you know what I mean? The tightness, like it doesn't exist like in other parts of the world as much as it does here.
Right.
And that was like a very big part of also moving to Jersey and leaving the city, for example. Like when Ike and I got married, we lived in the city for almost 13 years.
Wow.
Had 3 kids there, very settled. They were in school, you know, first grade, going through the motions. And as the kids are getting older, it's like, okay, the city is great and it's amazing, but like, because I'm not from the community, like I really felt like I needed to give my kids roots and like a real identity. And part of moving to Jersey was giving them that identity and giving them that like sense of community and family and closeness with people, and just environment was better for them. So overall, like it really does take a village in the sense of where, you know, my friends here are just like my family. Like they're very, no matter what. And that's just everybody in this community. Like anyone ever needs anything, someone's there within like 2 seconds. Yeah. To kind of just jump in, and it's like they can't even do enough, you know? Like what could I do? How could I help? Like it's just the most beautiful thing ever. So it's important to have that when you're raising kids. And
so for all the people that don't know how good they have it, here you are telling us.
It's good.
You have it pretty good. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go
Stick
anywhere.
with us.
There's nothing else out there. I've been all around the world. This is where you want to be. Like, this is it. Life is not perfect. We know that, but it's a choice. And I feel like anywhere you go, there are hang-ups and things that you could criticize and things that you might not like, or you might say, oh, well, how come they do that way? But there was nothing that like I saw as a challenge.
Right.
or that was kind of like a negative, I kind of was like, okay, like interesting, I love it. I mean, I have my own community at home, like growing up, but obviously very different, but it was not challenging in any like way.
Right. That's so nice to hear. So you had an easy time making friends and whatnot.
Yeah,
all
no,
that.
totally. Like, not only making
You are
friends.
very popular.
No, not only making friends, but like, I mean, and I had great friends when I lived in the city, and when I really became more integrated in the community when I had my kids, that's when like my like lifelong friends really kind of like my village, like my people came into focus.
You married Ike.
Yes.
You decided that you love the community.
Loved.
You moved in. You moved to Deal. You had 3 kids. You moved to
Had
Deal.
3 kids in the city.
So let's go back to the home now.
Yes.
So now we already established that you created an oasis in your home. Like, what were points of influence for you in that?
Right.
And also, like, I want to know, like, did you have this image in your head of like what you wanted it to be like?
So never. That's the funny thing. It's like you would think that I would have like every single detail planned out and like my whole life plan. Like it's more. This is why I feel so strongly about all the little things that parents and moms do for their kids on a daily basis. Because, like, for example, my grandma was very into the aesthetics of her house. Like everything was like just passion and love and color and art hanging and hand paintings, and it was like, but at the time as a kid, like, I don't know, I just thought her house was like very colorful and cluttered, but I didn't. As you grow and develop, you realize like, okay, that's her pouring her heart into her home. So like so many of the things that we do for our kids really come out later. It's like you're planting seeds and you can't really see when they're gonna sprout, or you don't know when the growth is coming, but you keep watering every single day. And it's cheesy, okay? My daughter would say I'm like cringe right now, but you water that seed every single day and you put all your heart into your kids and your family and your home life, and you will see the reward later on.
How did you get to knowing that you had to put this amount of effort into it? Like,
so aside
that doesn't come naturally to everyone. Like, I love what you're saying,
so
but where is that coming from?
So,
like, where
so
is it from Ike, my brother? Like, who's like a little
let's
little
give him
Kabbalistic rabbi?
So very Kabbalistic. I come from also a very Kabbalistic background, like in terms of my mom and how she operates. And
I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, like everything is like deeply meaning and spiritual, like in a way of where it's like, it's not about like quote unquote the most, like my mom didn't cover her hair or wear skirts, but like we're deeply spiritual people where
from Kabbalah? Like, did she study Kabbalah?
I mean, it's like in her nature. She did have connections with like the Kabbalah Center and like people and all that, but I mean, my mom is just in her nature, in her way, has always been very spiritual. Like everything is not for nothing, you know, like everything is tied and everything is for a reason and all that stuff. The influence obviously from my grandma and from seeing how my mom is in the house, that really shaped who I am today. But then when I came into the community and I was able to like, you know, make these friendships and kind of see how people operated in their own homes, like that was also very, very inspiring to me. But that's also why I kind of put everything into like raising my kids and building my home, is because my mom was always working. And not to say that that's a bad thing. Like I totally understand that some people are working mothers and that's a beautiful thing. But I specifically was like, it wasn't even a thought that, oh, I'm not going to be a working mom. It was more of like, I would like to be more present, you know, and I think you can do both. I just am not the type of person that could like do something half-half.
Like, you did just celebrate a big birthday.
Yes.
I won't say how old.
It's okay. 40.
Okay. Happy 40th. And you did just take on a new project, a new business venture.
Yeah.
It's called Seventh Chariot. It's a jewelry company.
Yes.
It's also science-based jewelry. And I know that it has a lot of ties to your family history and to what's going on now with your perspective on the world. So let's get into that.
My mom, like I said, always worked, and which is, you know, part of just my story growing up. And I felt like while my kids were little, I kind of really wanted to be at home and I wanted to be present for them and be as much as I could be part of the daily life.
Yeah. And now they're not in the mood for you. So
they're not in the mood for me.
Now what are you doing?
Now I have teenagers and the doors are closed and they don't want to hear from me. And so I've created this company called Seventh Chariot, which is a luxury jewelry brand.
Yeah.
That's not just jewelry, it's also about, meaningful design, and all the designs are based in sacred geometry, which is
it's Judaic.
Yes, but
Sacred
geometry,
Judaic geometry?
not Judaic necessarily. We do have
Okay.
some Judaic pieces, but sacred geometry are like the patterns that you find in nature or in music or in spirituality even. Like we see a lot of that, like in the star or in like water crystals and things like that. So it's kind of like the fabric of the universe design. So
Cool.
as much as I love, I love jewelry. I'm obsessed with all jewelry. It's nice to be able to create.
She likes jewelry.
I love jewelry. It's nice to be able to create something that is meaningful, and is also like super high quality, like 18 karat and solid gold. Like we're not cutting any corners. It's really a special brand. Aside from all of that and the deeper meaning, it is also infused with natural frequency technology, which is like a whole
It's a magic healing necklace.
No. I don't want to say it's
not a magic healing necklace.
I'm not making claims.
I thought it was. So
well, it
tell
could
me.
be. It could be. It is. But it's more of like understanding the way the universe works and understanding that everything in the world is energy.
Woo woo.
Yeah, witchy. So it's like everything is energy. We're all part of this. Like, listen, we believe in praying for refuah and speaking to rabbis.
We do, and we do know what the power of prayer.
Yeah, the power of prayer. What is that? It's energy.
And positive
it's words.
thinking. And
exactly. So it's all about like kind of raising the vibes, your own personal vibes. And the easy way to think about it is like that feeling that you get when you're grounding or after you do a yoga class. Like you're kind of,
I love yoga.
You are in alignment. You know that feeling that you get? You're like,
I do.
Oh, I feel I feel aligned. I feel calm. I feel connected to myself.
I feel that when I come over to your house.
So that's what that is. That's that like sacred space thing. But I genuinely feel like anybody, and especially like a mom, because we're so triggered by so many things, like tested.
Trigger alert. I'm triggered.
Tested.
I'm always tested.
You could be the most chill, calm person in your everyday, but I really do feel like obviously Hashem gives us kids so that we could be tested, and it's all beautiful things. But I really, truly, obviously, we know the whole point of life is character refinement, and is to make yourself a better human being inside and out. And it's easy to do that when like everything's fine. Like of course, it's easy to be a great person when everything's going your way and whatever it is that you want comes to fruition. But when you're pushed and you're stressed out, you can't be the best version of yourself. You just can't. And sometimes when you're a mom, that's kind of like happens on a daily.
Like I could just say that like this past year with my kids, like I was dealing with so much. Like I have three little boys under 7, and like I was so challenged by them, and it was so painful to see the way I was reacting to them and like not really knowing how to navigate the situations that were like being presented to me. And I took a lot of personal time this year, just like working with parenting coaches, speaking to child therapists, working with the school, working with the teachers to like, and also like another reason why like I started Challah Talk is to like learn from people, and also like why I want to learn so much from you about like creating a safe space in the home is for my kids, but it's because like I was presented with these challenges from them, like okay, and like it was like really actually a wake-up call, like hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You need to make changes for us
sometimes
and
you have
for
to take
yourself.
a look at yourself.
And you need to make changes on yourself for us, and it's going to help you. And like just from starting that work and focusing on that, I've like seen tremendous just
growth
by putting
and
the work in,
change.
I've seen so much growth and change. So like like our children are so challenging, and it's so important not to know, like just to visualize it. They're not the problem. Sometimes they're never the problem.
Not the problem.
Like,
it's also like it's so hard because as much as the dads are involved, like the mom and I truly believe that like the mom sets the tone for the home, and you know, if you're happy and not to say that you always have to be happy. Like, you have to feel your feelings, and you have to go through things, and you have to acknowledge what you're going through. But for the most part, like, as the mom, you really kind of shape the reality in your home. So whether or not, you know, your kids walk in the door and they feel nervous, or they feel, you know, stressed, or there's fighting, whatever it is, like, it really comes from the mom. So when you're triggered and you're pushed and you're stressed and you don't have, like, patience or whatever it is, those are obviously times where you have to, like, look inwards, and you have to say, like, okay, why am I so impatient? Why am I so triggered? Like, obviously we're all human,
right?
But it's also such a chance for growth.
For sure.
But it takes a lot of inner work.
So how does the necklace
okay. So,
help me do
so
all of that?
You,
does it matter? It's magic. I'm going to call it magic. You said it's not.
It's not magic, but it's really just your. So when we live in a world that's energy-based, frequency-based,
right.
We have, you know, 5G, Wi-Fi, we have microwaves, we have cars, we have electric cars. Like, the Earth kind of resonates at a natural frequency,
right?
Okay? And I'm not going to get too scientific because
right.
I don't want to confuse anybody. But it's like
we're blocked because we have all these man-made things, and then here's the Earth,
you're
and it
blocked,
goes.
And you're also like thrown out of alignment. So you're like, you know, and then. Like, that's why when you go to the beach and you put your feet in the sand, you're like, exactly. You take that deep breath. So
I feel that way in the grass.
Right.
I like the grass.
So what the technology does is that it allows your body to get back to that Earth's natural frequency. And in doing so it's not magic, it's just that you get back to base.
Right.
So that in doing so, you can be a better version of yourself, and you can feel more aligned and connected. And for me, a part of really bringing this product to the market and really sharing it with the world is I genuinely feel like the world needs more light and needs more, like, of this force.
Calmness.
Just unity, calmness, grounding, like the ability to feel connected to yourself. And once you feel that way, you can be present and better for everyone else.
And you could connect to other people, and you can show up better.
Yeah, and that's really what I truly believe is the answer for so many of the crazy things going on in the world. I really do, and not to sound like cheesy, it's unity. Like, bringing people and things together and creating, like, more light in the world.
That's what Challah Talk is all about. There you go.
That's what it's all about. So that's what I'm very excited to share with everybody.
I love that. Also, the technology in the necklace is science-backed and
clinically studied.
There's a whole history there that you didn't even mention. How did you pick of the name? Okay,
so the 7th Chariot in
I'm supposed to know this?
Ancient Wisdom. I mean, I feel like it was probably in one of the books
Ancient
that you read.
Wisdom.
In one of Ike's books.
Okay.
It's like the perfected vessel of the soul. So it's like we see 7 in a lot of patterns in nature, like the 7th day
I see it when I go to the slot machine.
7,
okay,
you know,
7's the winning number.
Yeah,
always bet on 7. 7 days of the week.
Exactly.
Okay.
When you're, like, in harmony with yourself, when you're, like, kind of whole, like, that's 7. So the chariot, like, the whole concept behind 7th Chariot is that you should become the 7th Chariot. You should become whole as your own.
What is a chariot?
Vessel. It's like a vessel.
Carriage?
It's a carriage. Yeah.
Vessel.
Yes.
What is a vessel?
So the 7th Chariot was also the Merkaba, which is the star.
Okay.
So it's kind of like where all the points converge to one. So it's a symbol of of wholeness. So as a person, I think in human nature, we're always trying to, like, be better and do better and become, like, whole as a human being and be like more refined in our characteristics. So that's part of the concept, is like you should become the 7th Chariot.
Okay, so like we're gonna change the whole holistic thing and be like, okay, hey, are you 7th charioting?
Yeah, like, are you, you know, you should, like, it's jewelry really of ascension, meaning that like not only in its design and in the technology, but overall, like, you're wearing something that is like a tool. Right?
I'm in awe.
A tool.
I'm in complete awe. Okay.
Not just pretty, which it is, I think, pretty.
Very pretty.
So it's a tool.
We'll do a close-up
It's
after.
a tool to kind of help you get to that point. And it's also like a mindset. You know, you see it, you understand, you remember. It's like kind of overall. It like blends the material and the spiritual, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm actually
she's
wearing it today.
Let me see.
So we have a whole new collection launching August 29th.
Yes.
With many different designs.
Okay.
This is not one that we're coming out with.
This is going to be my holiday gift.
Yes, your holiday gift. I'm going to let everybody know. Very good timing for that. But we have a few different designs coming out, and they're all based in sacred geometry. So each one has kind of its significance and its meaning. They're not just like pretty and I love pretty objects. I love pretty things, but like it's so nice to be able to wear something that's really meaningful and also is good for you.
Yeah, I love that. And like this is technology that like it's been passed down to your family, like that you were like aware of for so long. But I feel like nowadays everyone's getting in touch with the energy and the frequencies and the so like do you feel like everyone's just catching up to you and like now you can relate and like have more of a conversation about this?
Because I never really led with, oh hi, I'm from Miami and my family owns a natural frequency technology company and my mom's been doing this for 30 years. Like it's also like you have to know your audience. Right.
Like your audience is like waking up now.
Yeah, so like luckily in the past she's had her own success and there was that point where she was on Oprah's Favorite Things a few times.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and like but it wasn't
You
about,
gotta watch, you gotta watch, you gotta watch, you get a necklace.
But it was
we could do a giveaway.
We should.
Okay.
But I'm definitely gonna do a giveaway. But it was really more about just the beauty, like the product itself was beautiful, but the conversation still wasn't where it needed to be. I mean, there's definitely an audience, but I definitely feel the shift, and maybe it's because we're coming up to the 7,000th year, and I feel like we're not to say
they
that,
say
like,
Mashiach is coming.
That's what I wanted to say.
Mashiach is coming, Mashiach is coming.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to sound too like.
No, it's not. I feel like every rabbi saying it, and you're supposed to sing, and you're supposed to do things, and you're reading Challah.
Yes, and you're supposed to have your backpack at the door. I genuinely believe
backpacks at the door?
Yes, that's a thing. I don't have one, but you're supposed to have your backpack at the door.
Where are we going?
We're going to Israel.
Oh.
We're going to Israel. Mashiach is coming.
Okay.
But anyway, so.
Should we bring the dough?
For sure.
I'll freeze it and pack it.
Sure.
Perfect. I'll save. You know what? I'll save one, and
we should have two frozen.
It will be 7,000 years old, and we'll bring it with us. Perfect. I'll make it the garlic flavor.
Like, we're all waking up to this, right? And like, there's so much confusion in the world with, I don't want to even mention certain things because I don't want to get canceled. Okay. But there's a lot of stuff out there that is not part of our community, but like in the world outside of our beautiful bubble that we live in, that is very dark and confusing, and we have to really bring the light into the world. That's our job really as like Jewish people. Yeah. We're really like miracle. This is the fact that we're still around and the fact like that we transcend nature. Right. That's something that I genuinely
What does that mean, we transcend
Meaning
nature?
we should have been out of existence a very long time ago.
Because we're such a small nation?
Yeah, like, no, but everything. There's just always like, it's always like we go above nature, but that's when you overcome your challenges and when you have a lot of a full bitachon and full emunah, that's when you break through nature and the miracles happen. Wow. Crazy things. Like you could say like, oh, I did this and then this happened. You know when you do that, like you do a mitzvah or you pray for something and then it happens or you make that crazy, you said that's, normally I'd freak out at that. Right. But I'm just going to choose not to. I'm going to choose not to react. Wow. I'm going to choose to take the higher road. That person said something that wasn't nice to me. I'm going to choose to just be the bigger person. And then you'll see something will happen. Why? Because you broke nature. And when you do that, Hashem gives you the blessing. Wow. For sure. And I genuinely believe it. Okay, I want to add something. Okay. So today is, I mean, we're recording today, but it's not going to be when it's posted. But today is Rosh Chodesh Elul. Yeah. And the month of Elul is a very, very special month. Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. Okay. That's what I'm saying. The world is changing. So Elul is a very special month. It's the last month of the year. The quote that they say is that the king is in the field. And what does that mean? Basically, Hashem is on the grounds. He's coming to listen to your prayers, and it's a great time for manifestation. I feel that. And just like wishful thinking, praying, asking for forgiveness, and just like setting your mindset for the year ahead. It's kind of like your last day of vacation. Ooh, I want to go to the beach. I want to jump in the pool. I want to eat that thing. I want to get that dessert. I want to go to the breakfast. You want to get it all in. You want to make sure you get it all in this month in terms of like just connecting with Hashem and wishful thinking for the year ahead. And I feel like that's so important. Like as you just said, like I just wanted to add that because like it's such an exciting time, and also to know that like we are in full power over ourselves. Like 100%. We are blessed with
free will and to choose to make good choices in life. What do you think for someone like me? Like, what should I wish for in LA?
I mean, you're very evolved, so I don't think you need me to wish anything for you, but
not wish
like,
for me. What do you like? You're like my mentor.
Okay, so I think for everyone is just to have. We could always like everybody believes in Hashem, right? Everybody is like
not everybody.
Okay, so I feel like most people.
You feel like most people in your circle.
If you're Jewish,
whoever's watching the show is
right,
basically
okay, like
that's our everybody
right.
today.
And always like to feel that no matter what happens, even the bad things, and my life specifically like wasn't always perfect. No one's life is perfect. No. But just to say like whatever comes my way is my way. Like I know that whatever is coming at me, but it sounds
meant
so
for me.
Simple, and it sounds like, but then to actually practice it. That's what I want everyone to try to do. Like from the smallest thing, from when like, you don't get that spot in whatever thing that you wanted to God forbid the biggest thing. Like it has to be that you have vitamin B, bitachon, which is very hard to really have. It's so easy to say like, yeah, I have bitachon, I have emunah, but then do you really have it? Not that anyone should be challenged or tested, but to really feel in your heart that whatever happens is for the good. And that's the hardest thing for me, like for myself, is to stay on that level even when things don't go my way. So, I mean, I wish everybody could get to that point, because then all of the miracles would be happening 24/7 and Mashiach would come, and then we'd be going to Israel. But
could you say a story of like when you feel like you had emunah, or like something like went your way, or like you saw that happening?
So we moved to Jersey, which was like a total Hashem moment. Like, did not make any sense. My kids were in school, middle of the year. Like, it didn't make any sense. And it was very hard for me to leave the city. It wasn't like I was like, I want to go live in suburbs. And
it was the suburbs that you didn't know anything about.
No, nothing. I mean, it's close to Miami vibes back then, but it was not an easy decision. But at the time, I remember thinking like, okay, Hashem, this is where we are. It was a very interesting moment, because it was almost like I was accepting Hashem's plan for me without really wanting it or knowing why. And that's why I think
you were just okay with
whatever
was going to happen. You were like very go with the
like that's not
it's not your type.
Like,
You're very type
I'm a control freak.
Right.
I like to know what's going on. You know that about me. Like I like to overanalyze and do everything myself. So like, it was hard for me. Stunning. It was so much uncertainty, which is not like my natural state of being. My natural state of being is like, oh, let me micromanage every situation.
Yeah.
Let me control every single situation. But I had so much like acceptance of whatever was coming my way. Like I can't explain it, So I was like, okay, Hashem,
I get it.
I'm jumping in. Like I'm here. I'm 110% here. I'm having another baby. I bought the house. I'm living in Jersey.
I'm doing this.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm here and I'm happy and I'm doing it with my whole heart and my whole being. Oh. And that's literally when Hashem was like,
here you go. Here is your dream house.
Everything.
And the house
up.
went for sale.
Everything opened up after that.
And it was like also like, it's funny because you kind of just adjusted your personality, so type A, for this situation, and it worked to your benefit, and like you were able to see real miracles happen, just like.
But it's not. I'm not like that all the time.
No, but I know you're not.
No,
like
but
that
even
all
now,
the time.
like that's why I pray for everybody to have those moments, because that was definitely a moment of time. But then what happens is like life happens and new challenges come, and you lose sight of certain things, and so I want to be back in that mindset. Right. And that's a choice every day that we have to make.
Wow. How do you get into that mindset every day? Like what does a regular day look like for you?
So I really am grateful and lucky that I live in Deal, because I feel like just setting the tone for your environment has to be important. So allowing myself to say, okay, I'm feeling either off today or this is not, and then reflecting on what that means, and whether it's starting your day with prayer or taking a rabbi class or taking an exercise class that you love. And also just being very kind to yourself and saying like, okay, today might be really hard and I feel challenged and I don't have bitachon and I'm freaking out and like I'm not happy right now. Like, this is a disaster. And just kind of saying to yourself that growth, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like you have to like pace yourself and you have to take your time, and human nature is to fall back, and as soon as you level up, that's when the test will come. So it's kind of like, okay, you have to navigate through that and be conscious. And that's also part of what I believe is in the technology of the necklace is that
Right.
connection to your intuition and that connection to your consciousness. Like so many times, even when we're down, we kind of have a feeling of what needs to change or what needs to happen, but we're so bombarded with so much distraction
Every day.
in the world.
Every
like
day.
you can't even think.
Even the lady honking at you.
Yeah, everything. So it's just the phone is just a huge distraction.
For sure.
But that's our life. Like
Right.
we can't live without these things.
So how does Michal navigate that?
How do I navigate?
Like, what do you do? Do you
So I
wake up and
really-
pray? Do you
Yeah,
have
so
your
I-
coffee
I
time? What's a day like?
wake
What does
up-
it look like?
I wake up early before anybody else because
What time?
in this morning, like in the 4s and the 5s sometimes.
Oh,
But that's why I was sleeping
okay.
at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
No, I wake up like, okay, let's say 5:30. 6
Okay,
o'clock.
gorgeous.
6 o'clock, okay?
Okay. She's being humble. She wakes up at 4 a.m.
Now like 6 o'clock, but
Okay.
I need my...
Now what?
I need my quiet time.
Okay, what does quiet time look like?
So my quiet time means I take the dog out, he goes to the, whatever. I make my coffee, I have my little green juice that is, I don't like, but I know it's like helping me and making my hair grow, so that's good.
Okay.
And then I have my quiet time, I reflect on the day, I kind of say like, okay, what do I have going on today?
How do you reflect?
I check my calendar,
Okay.
because if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
I need to like have a visual schedule of what I'm doing today, because I'll forget in 2 seconds.
Okay.
So I kind of navigate. So I say, okay, I have to like time. I'm very like time
Management.
Yeah, I like that. Like in the sense of where
You
it's
like to be on time.
I
Yes.
like to be on time.
She was very on time
Yes.
today, everybody, but we were very late.
I love being on time. My dad
Sorry.
is always very on time. It taught me what that means to be on time. I think it's just like a respectful thing. But it also like, I like to know, that's part of the control thing. It's like, I like to know that, okay, I'll be done at this time and now I have the next thing.
I didn't give you a time for
No,
what
it's
time
okay.
you'd be done.
I'm here all
but
day.
you knew you knew I wasn't going to give you a time.
No, I did not put an end to this day. So I usually do that. And then the kids, Ben usually wakes up first. He's my youngest. He's turning 6. So he'll be up, have breakfast with him. And my older
cute.
kids are pretty much like self-sufficient at this point. And then the day starts, the buses, the driving, the carpools, all that great stuff. Movement is very important. So I used to be very much into like, okay, the workout has to like physically drain me in order to be good. And I do not feel that way anymore.
I don't either.
I don't feel that way. Like this morning I walked. Like I'm not a walker. But I walked and I felt great.
Right. Do you feel like the necklace is like helping you get more in tune with what you might need?
I think so. I feel like
I'm selling the
I think
necklace
I'm
hard
overall-
right now. I really want one.
You're gonna get one. Holidays.
Okay, I know.
You hear that, Jacob? I really feel that overall, like there's a sense of, and I don't know. Also, this is part of getting older. There's like a unique feeling that comes with being older. It's like I don't know if it's wisdom, but it's just like serenity. Like you're happy in your own space.
I don't think everyone has so much serenity like you.
Well, maybe they need the necklace, and then they'll be
Maybe.
serene.
You don't give yourself enough credit, which is why you're here.
No, I don't know. I feel like certain times you have to really just be grateful for everything that you have.
Right.
Also, like, we've all been through things, but challenges come and you have to let them shape who you are and who
Right.
you want to become instead of letting them define you and say like, oh, well, this happened to me and now that's it. My life is over and I'm so sad and I have trauma. Yeah, like
Everybody has trauma.
everybody has trauma, but that's part of like the human condition, and that's part of like the reason why we're in this world is to kind of evolve
Right.
and not get stuck in our problems.
For sure. Like not getting stuck in problems. So
Okay.
your husband, my half brother, like helped me not get stuck in problems because he's so into his
Oh, yeah.
reading and stuff.
Another planet.
And like he's just on
He's on
Tell
another
us about
level.
him.
So, okay, a huge part of the reason why I married him,
Right.
aside from loving him,
Right.
was that I was like extreme opposite from him in the beginning, like overproductive, didn't understand what it meant to sit down, like 4 coffees a day, like run, go, go. And he really is like Zen. He's
Yeah.
very grounding and he's very logical, but there's like a peaceful side of him, and it doesn't matter what he's been through, and we've, whatever,
Right.
but he really is a special person. Like he's very unique. I don't know, I haven't met anyone else that's fully 100% kind
Right.
like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's not one bad bone in his body.
For sure.
So he's just very like overall, and that to me is like super rare, and that's something that I'm like, I cannot live without this person. Like he calms me. He's like human value for me.
And like he's like so into his learning and stuff. So like for me,
super Kabbalistic.
Not even Kabbalistic. Like he's just like so into like even on like the parasha or whatever it is. Like
he's very knowledgeable.
Like he just became a major resource for me. I'm like, hey, I'm interested in this topic. Like, oh, he's like, oh, let me just go into my bookshelf. Okay, here you go. And like he knows, like, has that helped you in any which way? Like do you guys like bicker over that, or is it like something that you get along over?
So it depends, because sometimes when you're going through something and like you want someone to be like, yeah, that really sucks. Like I totally get it. Like that's annoying. And he's very much like, he sees right through the reality, and he's like, but it's happening because of this, or this is the spiritual aspect of what's happening. And you're like, okay, but could you just let me be upset that she was mean to me for a second?
You came from this world where your mom was like into like all this, so like you came from that, and then like there was really nobody around that was like into that, and then you found Ike, who's like so similar. So it's just like so funny because you came from different.
It's crazy.
How does that even
like
happen?
Mirror images of each other,
for
like
sure.
in terms of like even our life stories, like it's,
how so?
Just family background and family dynamic. Like we're very much like I have it on this. Like my mom and his dad they're very similar, and his mom and my dad are very similar. It's just interesting that we're like reversed images of each other. And as we grow in our marriage and our relationship, it's like you finally see like, okay, like we're really part of one.
For sure.
Which is crazy, because I was so the opposite in the beginning, and he was also so opposite in the beginning, but we both really kind of met in the middle in every way. Like he used to wake up late, now he wakes up early. I used to not be able to sit down, now I sit down sometimes, you know.
You mellowed each other out.
100%. Like I brought him this way and he brought me this way. So like it really, really has been like a beautiful thing to watch evolve, especially because not everything made sense in the beginning.
Wow.
You know, like sometimes...
I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be related to the both of you. Like, I am so lucky. Like, it's so cheesy to say it, but like, like, I don't know. Like, you don't get to pick you don't get to pick your family, and like, I mean, you did get to pick our family, but you picked the best guy, and like
our souls picked each other. I know that's all, again, cringy, weird, whatever. I can't explain it.
No, it's not so cringy.
Like there was
you could tune out if you're not interested in this stuff.
I'm not
but we're
a hopeless
into that.
Romantic. I do not like PDA. Do not try to hold my hand in public.
Okay.
However, when we saw each other, there was definitely a soul connection. That throughout the last almost 20 years has evolved into this like cosmic thing where we're really meant to be together.
For sure.
And produce something for the world that is really meaningful.
Was Ike involved in Seventh Chariot?
Yeah.
With Ike's interest in like Judaism and studying, and like your background and like the Kabbalah and the spirituality and all that, like how has his influence, like what was his influence on you?
So a concept that he really kind of ingrained within me was that whenever something happens, it's not, obviously we know that it's not coincidence, but that person or that thing, it's really the actual stick of Hashem that Hashem is using to kind of poke you a little bit and wake you up if you need a wake-up call, or to say like, okay, like let's test you now a little bit, like to really see things in a different way, in a different perspective. And that's been really like helpful, because we get so caught up in just the daily logistics of life, where it's like, okay, this is all like real tangible things. And I think as we mature, we see like the more spiritual framework of the world and the universe, which is why the designs are so important, because each design really incorporates a pattern that is part of the universe. So
did Ike influence the
Ike
designs?
Yes,
like who was the major, like
so Ike
what was like, where did that come from?
Had the Merkava, the star, and he incorporated that with the flower of life into a design. That's one concept. There are so many different other concepts that we're going to come out with.
I can't wait to see them.
I'm so excited for you to see them. And each one really has like very deep spiritual meaning. And you know, it's kind of like keeping yourself in that mindset. You know, it's like kind of reminder to yourself. From the smallest things, like Ike's the kind of guy who's like, he'll go somewhere and there's like no parking, and then he'll pull up and a spot will just open up, and he's like,
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like that's how I
Thank
think
you,
that's like
Hashem.
kind of how we all.
It's
like,
crazy.
It's crazy.
So that has become
That's
also,
the way I am. Like when you see me cooking, I'm like, I forgot the recipe, but
It just
it's gonna come out great. And like everyone's like, yeah, this was the best thing ever. I'm like, I don't know, like just not that I'm like that anyway. Like I definitely
It's
also
called-
am like a
it's
perfectionist, but like I'm.
flow state. It's being in the flow. So that whole like go with the flow.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? That slogan.
I think it comes from my father.
No, it's like go with the flow of the universe. And when you don't fight when you don't fight nature and you have bitachon and you have emunah and you say whatever is coming my way is meant for me, the universe opens to you. Hashem gives you what you need, and you go with the flow. And that's why things like have worked out.
Wow.
Thank you, Hashem. But I do notice in our own life, like there's a lot of synchronicity. There's a lot of like those little moments that are like
Between you and him, or just
between us and in our own lives, you know, where it's
with
like
people that
oh,
you're
interesting.
connected to.
Yeah, and it's like when you're
Like
connected.
what? What's a synchrony?
We're both thinking of something similar, or we're thinking of somebody and then they call,
Oh,
or like
yeah.
we're thinking of a concept and then it happens, or like it's just, or he has a dream and then meaning like we're very connected with our spirituality, but it wasn't always that way. Well, we've grown.
How did you grow?
So Ike really learns and studies and reads. You saw his library
from like
collection.
when you guys moved to New Jersey? Is that
No,
when it
no. So
started?
when we lived in the city, he started really like diving into reading. And
was there any particular reason why? And we don't have to talk about this if you don't
I
want
think
to.
he's just
I feel like it's fun to share.
No, so Ike always had like textbooks. So the textbooks evolved to spiritual books. You know what I mean? He was always very interested in, like, he knows everything about politics. I don't. I know nothing about politics. I don't know. He's that type of guy who just knows things about things, and he loves to learn.
Right.
I think also being that he did not go to college and he went straight to work so he kind of wanted to learn himself in his own way. Which is probably better. He probably learned more that way, but he's always been interested in anything and everything. And it kind of took on this new spiritual dimension, and
Which I kind of feel like you started though. Like coming
so
from
it's
that.
interesting because like I came from that background and that whole world, and at first it was like two opposite worlds, and now
they merged.
Yeah, which is just
fun
it's a
to
beautiful
see.
thing. It's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so
And
cool.
life is not always like marriage is challenging. You know, like there are ups and there are downs. When everything is great, and sometimes it's not great. Sometimes you love each other, and sometimes you want to kill each other.
So what do you do when you face a challenge? Like now that you guys, I mean, I'm going to say that because you guys are both very in tune with yourselves. But what happens when there's a disagreement?
We need a timeout.
Like,
we need to
what,
take a break.
what do you do? Like how do you navigate that?
So
together?
we're both very much like we need to step away from the situation and take the time to connect.
So how do you do that? Like let's say you're in disagreement on something, or
so we usually work it out on the spot. We communicate right away, and we also don't really let things simmer. You know, like there'll never be a time where like, oh, he's annoying, and I'm just going to be annoyed at him for a week. Like we don't operate that way. We're both very transparent, and we're both very like kind of open books with our feelings. Like I could tell right away, and he could tell right away. So we like deal with it and move on.
Right.
Yeah.
So do I have this rule that I don't know if Ike knows this rule because I learned it from my dad, but it's you don't go to sleep fighting
Definitely
with anybody.
Not. No,
so
definitely not.
Do you follow that rule?
100%.
Right.
I mean, I usually pass out, you know, how early I go to sleep. So, like, that's why we need to, like, settle everything.
Right
but
at
for
that
the
minute.
most part,
You
I
don't
have
let
to
things
say,
go.
No. For the most part, thank God, we're very good. But I really do think taking the time to connect, because when we're with the kids, they're, like,
distracting.
we cannot have a conversation. No. Sometimes we just get in the car and just drive around so that we could talk.
Or go on a hike.
Yeah, this morning we went for a walk. And
that's so
Sunday
nice.
We did the hike
You did
together.
the hike.
It wasn't easy for me because I felt like I had 800 things to do, but like I have to make the time, and that's definitely a priority. And I think sometimes as couples, everybody kind of gets
What do you want to put on this one?
busy. Should we finish the garlic?
Gorgeous. Sure.
Yeah, I think people just get so caught up in that they forget to like reflect and take care of each other.
Okay, these are going to be the rapid fire questions. You ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, we're doing
ready
rapid
for
fire
rapid
right now?
fire? No, guys, they're going to be the heaviest rapid fire questions you ever asked. What is your purpose in life?
Spread light and
Woo!
love. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What makes you happy?
Elevating everything I do. And my kids, obviously, but like
That's very nice.
making everything great.
Don't forget the children. Okay. What fills your cup?
What fills my cup? Learning and just taking care of myself.
Ooh, that's
in a
nice.
way.
Learning. Okay, what do you like to learn?
I love Rabbi Malka. Shout out to Rabbi Malka. Classes and learning and listening. Anything, a podcast, spirituality, anything. I just feel like it's a daily practice. Like everyone goes to the gym every day, right? We all you can't miss a workout. I mean,
I know, it's like the idea.
Right.
Yeah.
So the idea is that like spiritual gym is just as important as physical gym.
Yes.
So like every day you need a spiritual injection of something.
At least every single day? How do you do every day?
Daily bitachon. Does anyone listen? Daily bitachon.
No, are you going to send it to me?
I'll send it to you.
Send me the bitachon.
Yeah, Michael Safdie. It's like 6 minutes in the car.
I don't know this.
It's like literally an injection of spirituality. He's screaming for 6 minutes, and you feel like, okay, great. So, we're in our car all the time.
I guess that's also the purpose of Challah Talk. Like, could we say that? Like, it's a cute little, is this a bitachon?
100%.
Ooh,
it's definitely anything that fills your cup.
I love that.
It's a gas tank. So we're on empty some days. So like, we all take care of ourselves physically, especially in this community. Everyone's like healthy, and we exercise, and we do all the things that we have to do to like look good. Right. But we have to take care of our spiritual tank just as much.
Just
and
as important.
100%.
I believe that is the PSA of the day.
PSA. Also,
feed your soul and spirit.
Yes. And it doesn't matter if
and look damn good.
And it doesn't matter if you're a rabbi. Like I remember a rabbi told me, he's like, just because I'm a rabbi doesn't mean that I don't need to learn every day.
Right.
Like everybody needs to realize that there's always room for growth. Be kind to yourself, but always try to find ways to improve.
I love that. That's so cute. All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Describe yourself in as little words as possible.
Okay. Kind, loving, complicated sometimes. Yeah, and positive.
Positive, guys.
I'd have to be. There's no other.
You're very positive today. You're very positive today. I just want to say that yesterday we were all hanging out. And I have to make this point because we were hanging out with my dad. My dad has 9 kids, and everyone was making fun of him for his toxic positivity. And Michal is here today spreading only positivity, which is amazing and great, but I'm cracking up because she was making so much fun of him, and we all were, and now here we are.
It's all good.
Doing this.
No, but that's the thing. That's actually, he planted the seed.
I know.
And now it's growing.
But that's what I was saying about how, like, when you said Ike finds the parking spot, I'm like, oh, I'm also like that. Maybe it's from my dad, because my dad goes like, I think all gonna be good. It's all gonna work out.
We love you.
Dad, I'm sorry. You were right. We should all be
all good.
Toxically positive.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Where do you see yourself this day next year?
With a big brand and spreading light in the world, and everybody kind of being on this plane of existence.
Everyone's going to be healed with a 7th generation necklace. Let's go. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, buy one.
What else is there more?
I don't know.
Should we put the challah in the oven?
Yes, we should.
Okay, wait, this was so much fun. I had the best time. You shared so much.
Love you.
And you got deep into the dough.
Very deep into the dough.
I think we got very deep into the dough.
Super deep.
Thanks for spending time with me on Challah Talk, where we get deep into the dough. I hope today's conversation filled your cup, stirred something meaningful, and even sparked a little bit of joy. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to follow and share this episode with someone who's ready to rise. Until next time, keep showing up, and remember, I love you.